We're going to drain the diff and see what we got going on.
Pretty clean.
Exactly.
He may have changed it.
Well, there's really nothing on the drain magnet either. No. Like I said, it's axles. I know it's axles. He's got a broken axle. Well, after some more inspection, as you can see, the left rear axle, this would be the driver's side, is destroyed. That boot is all twisted up. Right side axle looks like it's still well intact. It's just the left driver's side axle that's gone. And we're gonna go ahead and replace those like we were talking about. And put the new rear end in it as well. And she should be good to go. The issue, the car wouldn't move under its own power. You know, you put it in gear, went to go take off, and nothing. So I had the car towed home, and this was the issue right here. This is the left driver's side axle. This is the inbound CV, and you can see how that boot is twisted up. This is what the boot should look like over here, you know, perfectly in line and correct looking. And this is what you have after the axle breaks. So the tripod inside this thing is definitely broken. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing opened up here in a minute, and we'll see what it looks like inside. And this is usually the reason why the car won't move. I get a lot of emails about, you know, S2000 differentials being broken. One of the first questions I ask is if the car moves under its own power. They tell me, hey, you know, the car won't move. Go ahead, pull up on the e-brake, you know, 2 or 3 clicks, and that will simulate load torque on the differential, and it'll lock, and the car will move. It'll sound like crap because this will be forced to turn, even though it's broken. So you're going to hear a lot of, you know, haha, funny sound effects. It's going to sound terrible anyway. So that tells me usually there's a broken axle, and that's what I'll tell the person that's asking these questions, to go ahead underneath the car and look for this type of distortion right here. That would indicate that the axle is indeed broken. It could be either the left, or it could be the right, or it could even be both, but usually it's the left one. It's the torque side of the car, so usually this is the axle that goes first. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this thing opened up, take a look inside, and Shop Kitty here is going to have a little bit of inspection time with us. I just released the upper band on this, and I'm going to go ahead and release the lower one. I'm going to show you guys how that band is released. Now these bands on the inbounds are reusable. All you have to do is go ahead and pinch this right in here, and that band releases just like that. And to reinstall the band, you do the exact same thing, and just, you know, reach it around with your finger to hold it in place, and you can put that band right back on. These are really good bands. You don't want to discard them and use the bands that the Honda new boots come with. They're just kind of an inferior generic band, and these bands, these are the best bands you want to have on there. You're not going to have any leaks or issues, and they're very simple to release and reinstall. All right, we got it all apart. There's your cup. Grease looks good. As you can see, the boot righted itself. As soon as I took the cup off, the boot whipped right around and got itself right and straight again. And this is our issue. We have a cracked tripod. This is a common thing when an axle breaks. This is usually where it will break. This is the weakest point of the axle. So what was happening, it was that tripod was dancing across the splines of this axle, and that's what twisted the boot. And that's why the car wouldn't go anywhere. With a torque biased factory LSD, it must sense load at both stub axles or axle ends and at the drive shaft for that LSD to lock. And if it doesn't, it opens up and the car won't go anywhere. And this is why your car will not move if you break an axle. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching.